And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd like to turn you over to the president of the Downtown Athletic Club for the 1985 Heisman Trophy presentation, Mr. Gene Meyer.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Pete. You know, Pete had a perfectly distinguished career going for him, and he chose to give it up in order to go in competition with me. And we've won a few and we've lost a few, and he has learned enough in the few short years he's been in the investment banking business to try to gain whatever little edge he can. And he's done it again tonight. He began by introducing Doug's wife and his wife, and he sort of got the ball rolling. And then he said, now let's have all the ladies stand up and acknowledge them, thereby cutting me out of the opportunity to introduce my wife, in which case I'm going to be in more trouble tonight than anybody in this place. And so, Christine, I apologize, but please blame Pete Dawkins for that. She's out here somewhere. I want to express my appreciation to, or rather, I want to award the Rookie of the Year award to Tony Socia, who has chaired the Heisman Trophy Committee this year. As you may know, Tony has had a distinguished moonlighting career over the last many years, officiating college football games. He gave that up this year to chair the Heisman Trophy Committee, and he thought officiating was tough. He's learned a lot in the last week or so. As you all know, the recipient of the 1985 Heisman Memorial Trophy is Bo Jackson of Auburn. Winner in a close race over Chuck Long of Iowa, the closest race ever. It was clear during the day last Saturday, when I knew the answer, and neither Bo nor Chuck did, but I spent a good deal of time with them anyhow, that both these athletes expected the vote to be close, and that both had prepared themselves for the possibility that they might finish second, not lose, finish second. Well, Chuck Long handled that reality, as it became for him, with style and character. But may I assure you that this young man, Bo Jackson, would have done the same. Such is his character. So therefore, it's my really great privilege tonight, on behalf of the members of the great club, the Downtown Athletic Club, that I represent, to present the 51st Heisman Memorial Trophy to Bo Jackson of Auburn.
The other guy, yeah. I would like to give recognition to a lot of people tonight. And the first, I'd like to give recognition to the Lord Jesus Christ, because without him, I don't think none of us would be here tonight. And it's just an honor. Second of all, I would like to give thanks to the Downtown Athletic Club, and especially the president, Eugene Myers, because they have shown us class, me and my family, ever since that we have been here, and I don't think that we can get no better service nowhere in the state. Third, I'd like to give a recognition to my family, especially my mom and dad. Would you please stand? These are the people that made it happen for me. The rest of my family, my brothers and sisters, Coach Waldrop, Sally, would y'all please stand, please? Everybody from back home, please stand. And my girlfriend, Allison. I could tell you a little bit about my family. I'm the 8th of 10 kids, 5 girls and 5 boys. My mom raised 9 of us in a 3-room house. And that house, it consists of a kitchen where my mom had her bedroom, a living room which had a gas heater, and a bedroom which had a potbelly, coal stove, and twin beds. And we as children slept wherever we could find a vacant spot in the house. And the majority of the time, I would get right down in front of the little gas heater in the living room and sleep. And some nights I didn't have cover to put over me, but I knew that my mom would take care of me. And I don't care about all the criticism that people throw at me, because I know that I've had harder times. And nothing can take the place or make me feel better than what I experienced when I was growing up. I like to give thanks to some of my best friends that's at Auburn that I've grown to know and love very much. And to start off, I look at this guy as my brother, because we've been roommates this is the 4th year, and he has thrown his life out on the line for me a lot on Saturday. He is a guy that makes me go. If he makes his block, I'll do the rest. And that's Tommy Agee down on the end. There's some special people at Auburn that I've also grown to love very, very much. And as I call your name, will you please stand? Rusty Dean and Sally Dean. They're the dorm counselors. Coach Waldrop and his wife Gladys. I love these people very much. I feel that if I'm ever in need to sit down and talk to somebody, to discuss my problems, I can go to these people. It don't matter what time it is or what day it is. I know that I can always go to those people and talk to them if I got a problem. And they will help me in any way that they can. And that's just the kind of people that we have at Auburn, and I'm glad for it. I would like to give thanks to my coaches, especially Coach Dye, my running back coach, Coach Bud Casey, and his wife. Where are you? Will you please stand? Where are they? Well, I know that they are here somewhere. I don't know where they are. They're up in the corner, I see. The coaches at Auburn, they're great. Off the field, they're excellent. On the field, it's like they take a new, I don't know what you call it. I guess you can say they turn into a bunch of Dr. Jekylls, because it's like as soon as they turn the corner to come on the practice field, they get, it just get wild. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe some of the things that go on out there on the field. It's crazy. Now, I am a perfect an example of a person that don't like to practice. I wouldn't lie to you. I do not like to practice. But I don't want the coaches back at Auburn to look at me different, and I don't want my teammates to look at me different, because I feel that the only way for me to get better is to practice, and practice makes perfect. And I'll practice as long as I have to. I would rather just go out there and go through practice and get it over with and get off the field, because you really do get tired of the coaches. And I'm quite sure these fellas can tell you the same thing. But on the up and up, the coaches, they have made it happen for me. And they gave me a chance to get out and display my talents. And I'm glad that they gave me the opportunity. And I'm glad that I've come to Auburn, because that really gave me the opportunity to go out and to just show the people what I can do. And I'm glad for that. I grew up all my life being an Alabama fan, and I'm still an Alabama fan. Roll Tide. But I chose Auburn because at the time that Coach Dye, he was recruiting me, they had 3 backs in the backfield. Lionel James, who's now with the San Diego Chargers, a fullback named Ron O'Neal, and a converted split end that they moved to running back named Mike Edwards. And we had a ton of backs to come in there from all over the South, big name backs, and I was just looked upon as one of the freshman backs. And I just said to myself that I'm just going to go out and try to display my talents. And I did that, and I won the starting job after the first game, which was Southern Mississippi. And after that, everything has been great for me. And again, I thank the Lord for it, because without him, none of this would be possible. I'd like to give a special message, and I mean this from my heart. I'm not reading from a sheet of paper. I just have a list here with some things on it, and when I speak, I'm serious, and this is strictly for the kids that are here tonight. If you have a goal, if you have a dream, follow it. Don't stop at anything, because when I was little, I had a dream to go to college, and I know that my mom or dad didn't have the money to send me, even if it was a junior college. Because one day, my mom had just got back from the grocery store, and I walked up to her, and I said, I want to go to college one day. And she said, I don't know how in the hell you're going to go, because I don't got the money to send you. I didn't realize that at the time, because when you're young, you don't think about things like that. You just want to go to college. And I was fortunate enough in my high school days to make it on the football team. That was something that my mom didn't want me to do, and she threatened me. She always told me, she said, I tell you what, if you don't be on that bus to come home, you go home with the coaches. And she told me that and told me that. And every day about 5:30, coaches pull up and they would put me out. They would never get out to speak to my mom. They'd just slow down to about 35 and let me get out, go on about their business. But my high school coach, he really got me started, and I love him very much. His name is Dick Atchison. He's here somewhere, I don't know where, but he is the man that really got me off the streets, got me off the bad road, and he's responsible for where I am today, and I would like to recognize him wherever he is. But the thing that I want to say to the kids is there's a lot of wrongdoing out there. Don't get involved with it because it's not worth it. We're looking at you to be tomorrow's leaders. And without you, there is no tomorrow. So set your goals high and don't stop at anything until you get there. And once you reach your goals, you can look down on the younger people and say the same thing that I'm saying to you. If any of you plan to go to college, which I hope all of you do, no matter if it's an academic or sports scholarship, you got to establish yourself in the classroom first. And coming right out of high school, that's going to be hard because once you get to college, all your responsibilities are on you. You don't have your mom to wake you up and get you ready, or have your clothes pressed to get up and go to school, or to help you find your books, make you get on the bus to go to school. You have to do that yourself. And I've taken that in stride when I got to Auburn, and I am not saying that I go to class every day. I'm being honest. I bet some of you, when you were in college, you skipped classes too. But you have to establish yourself in the classroom first. That's the only way that you're going to make it. And I'm quite sure if the kids here can ask anybody in here that's been to college, you'll get the same answer. I like to give recognition to the former Heisman winners. Everybody here, I can't remember all of your names, but I'm quite sure in due a year's time, I will know each and every one of you. And there's one thing that I have been bothered with ever since I come to Auburn. And ever since I scored on I think it was a 35 or 37-yard run down the sideline against Southern Mississippi, the coach that recruited me, Coach Bobby Wallace, that is not in coaching at this moment, he said, "We have our Herschel Walker." And I would like to recognize this young man for what he has done, because couldn't nobody do it but Herschel. And people compare me to Herschel in all sorts of ways, physically, mentally, my athletic talent. For once, Herschel and I are in the same room, and I would like this young man to stand, please, right here. Now, I wish I could come down there, but everybody compares me to Herschel Walker. He played for Georgia. I played for Auburn. We both have the same number. We're both about the same size. His nickname is Bo. Now, don't that beat all? We're the same size. We both have world-class speed, but there's only one difference, and I've learned this from some of the older players, from some of the older people here, is that the only way you could be in this fraternity, and I'm glad to be here, is you got to get the best of someone. And the only way that I see that Herschel and I are different is I'm prettier. You can sit down now, thank you. And I know that I can't feel them. I'm just going to try to carry on the tradition of the Heisman Trophy, just like these fellas have done, and just contribute to the fraternity. It's nice to be a member of the fraternity. I don't care if you're Sig Ep or Kappa Delta or Q or Kappa. This is the fraternity, and I'm glad to be a member of it. I guess tonight this is my initiation, at least I hope. But it's an honor, and I can look back at this trophy 25 years from now and know that I have established myself in college football among the best. And it really has, well, winning the Heisman Trophy, it really hasn't settled in with me yet because I haven't been nervous or anything. Give me a week or so, and it'll probably hit me when we're in Dallas. And whenever it does, I don't think Coach Dye can contain me because I'll probably get out and party and just do whatever comes natural. But it really hasn't hit me, and I guess once it does, it'll be a great feeling. I like to end my speech by giving thanks to the Lord, because just like I've said, and I'll continue to say, none of this would be possible if it wasn't for him. And I was in a teammate's room of mine Thursday before the Alabama game, and we were sitting there talking, and I couldn't sleep, and it was about, I'll say 1:30 or 2. We were sitting there in the room, and I noticed on his counter there was this little plaque, and on that plaque it said, "I asked the Lord, how much do he love me?" And it said, he spread his arm this wide and he died. And I believe that from the bottom of my heart, and I hope that you all feel the same way. Thank you, and I love you.
Bo Jackson, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. There's no doubt in my mind that Bo Jackson is a great and deserving winner of the Heisman Trophy, and the Bo Jackson story is a great, great story, a wonderful story. Bo, congratulations again. Stand up.